Welcome to the podcast. We like it, the Man United direction. And today we have a fan from our midweek fan from, but it's just the game we're talking about, the big match everyone's talking about. Man United against Barcelona, La Liga leaders. United have not, they don't do well against Spanish teams. But joining me today to talk about can United break that hoodoo is Louis, Houston Red Army, now Denver Red Army. Welcome to the show, brother.
How are you, Tim?
I'm right, mate. Very good. It is that day of the week is getting closer. 48 hours time. We're
Yeah,
playing a
yeah.
team who don't concede a lot of goals. Only considered
In
7 in the
Spain.
season.
In Spain, they don't concede a lot of goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know,
I
I
mean,
know it's this literally 3, 4 big teams. Let's just call it 4 big teams. But the funny thing, they might not have the most competitive leagues, but they're always there in the European tournaments. If they're not winning Champions League, they're winning Europa leagues. You see what I mean?
yeah, no, they look, it's definitely still a good side, still a strong side.
Yeah.
We can't, or I should say we won't underestimate them
No way. I would
like
not.
we
I
did
wouldn't.
the Leeds.
Mm-mm.
But that being said, I mean, La Liga is not as competitive. It's just not. Still impressive. 7 goals conceded all season in La Liga. But I mean, there it's to say that they're better defensively or they're impenetrable or something like this is yeah. It's we have to realize that we can score goals this week, that we can go against them. That we don't have to sit back. We don't have to play defensively just because it's Barcelona. We have to play smart, and the formation definitely will change slightly, but this is we can be aggressive in Barcelona.
Right. So, with United's history, we don't do well against the Spanish. We really just don't. We last time we played Barcelona, Ole was in charge, and we got our asses handed to us.
Yeah, yeah,
This
no.
before that was no. After that, we went to the finals and played Sevilla. Was it Sevilla or it
Was
was
Sevilla
Sevilla?
semifinals or was that
No, when
final?
we played finals with them, we went to the finals and lost on penalties.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We did
Then
lose
we
in the
went to the
final.
semifinals with one of the. I keep mixing Sevilla and the other team. What's the other one that always go to Europa League?
Villarreal, right?
Villarreal
Yeah, that's who we lost to last time.
in the finals. Then we
Yeah.
lost to Sevilla in the semifinals.
Mhm.
Then under Mourinho, we lost to Sevilla. That was that.
Mourinho
Yes.
won the Europa League
No. After the season after.
after. Okay.
Yes. We got knocked out, and
Did
that was
he?
when he went with that heritage speech.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, when he said United fans should not be, they should not be. Why he doesn't understand why United fans are complaining about losing at home to Sevilla. That he, when he was Real Madrid manager, he came and got a result at Old Trafford. Like United fans wanting to head that after
Yeah.
home defeat and being tossed out of a tournament. He said Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. He said certain teams are always in the Champions League every year. That is
Yeah.
heritage. He said United. He said when you've just lost a game, the fans are pissed. You are kind of token. We know the reality, but we don't hear it at that moment. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And this was him blurring it majestically. I came here with Real Madrid and we got a result. This is not anyway. That guy's mad. But
Yeah.
we have a
Um,
history of
Yeah,
struggling
kind of threw
against
the
the
team under the bus there a bit, didn't he? But what we can definitely say is over the last 9 years, so post
mm,
Ferguson era, right?
mm,
And it's not to say that it's only been in this time period because I mean even Sir Alex had some trouble in Spain, but definitely over the last 9 years we've struggled with the balance in the midfield between the
right,
midfield.
right.
Um, McFred.
Oh God,
Um,
no.
a McFred double pivot gets passed around against a Barcelona. They get passed up, down, and through and cross, right?
And Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I mean, and Scooby Doo goes hiding. Stop hiding, McTominay, and I'll stop saying it.
Oh
But
Jesus Christ.
And even though we don't have the midfield that we want this week, because obviously Eriksen's hurt and Sabitzer is out, right?
Mm,
I am way more confident with a Casemiro
mm,
as a single pivot,
right.
dropping in between the center backs when when we need to defending smart, not getting played through. I'm confident in his ability in that role. So, and Bruno is he's playing probably the best he's played in a while.
Right. Right.
Um, so I would you'd like to think that going forward he offers you some creativity. He he
Mm,
picks up with the forwards
mm,
and they're able to create chances.
right.
Well, obviously, where we struggle is Fred. Now, against Leeds, he played well.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he did. He did. Yeah.
tackles, won the ball a lot. The problem is against the Barcelona, that a team that values possession so highly. If you're constantly giving the ball away, they will punish you, right? They're going to make you pay. So this is the biggest fear, right? Defensively, I know he's going to work hard. I know he's going to be successful making tackles. Can he help us keep the ball, or is he going to turn it over? Is he going to be able to connect with the forwards, connect with the Bruno, or what's his passing going to be like? Very, very good game against Leeds. Very good game against Leeds. Very happy with him. It's just he's a one-trick pony for us, which is defending. He does it very, very well. And Wan-Bissaka is another one. He defends very, very well. Going forward is a challenge for these guys, and
It's a challenge.
I don't know how much nicer I can put it. So
Say as is, mate.
yeah, I mean, so that's a concern. We know he's going to start tomorrow because he's without a Sabitzer, without an Eriksen, he's had the most game time, consistent game time, and he did and he did do well against Leeds. Right back, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we go Delo or if we go more.
So I'm going to ask you, what do you think Eric Ten Hag's going to select, and what do you think what would Louis select for that game against Barca? They're going to keep the ball. They're going to play tiki-taka. They're going to make us, we're going to be running some of the time chasing shadows. But they will, I mean, they're not, the tiki-taka they're playing now is not as bad as it was. Remember back in the day with Xavi and Iniesta, they will drain you physically that,
right.
You know what, just go. Just keep moving.
I can tell you this, if it was me in that role, we'd be playing De Jong and Ronaldo because they would both be here. You know what I mean? If I was the manager, man, they would hate me so much, but I would make it so they couldn't fire me. Anyway, what does he have? So De Gea, Varane, Martinez is out, right? Yes. Martinez is out. Jesus. I would hate to see Maguire start there, but he might.
I think we'll have to put Shaw in there.
He might. If he doesn't put Maguire, then Shaw is probably the go-to, right. Which would mean Malacia
on the left.
On the right, I don't know. I would
go with Delo.
I would like to say Delo because I want an option going forward because we can't rely on Fred. That being said, it's Barcelona and Wan-Bissaka is very good defensively. So if you're worried about conceding, that's an option. I would say I would prefer Delo. Let's say that. I want to see Delo there.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he played.
So go to the midfield now.
Casemiro, clearly. Bruno and Fred is the most likely.
Yes, I think so, mate.
I wonder if you go with Lindelof and put a double pivot there and put Bruno up top. But that's the thing is
not bad.
How does Ten Hag want to play this one? Does he want to go 0-0 back to Old Trafford? Or
no, I think that game will get a goal. I think I'm looking at
what does he expect now? A Lindelof double pivot with Casemiro, there's still potential to go forward there. I think Lindelof, I think, when he does play out of the back, I think, he's pretty successful overall.
Right.
So it's not a terrible option. But he probably goes Casemiro, Fred, Bruno. And lets Fred go forward a bit, honestly. Hopefully. I hope, in that situation, Fred wouldn't play too conservatively. I hope he would try to go forward. I hope he would try to get the chances at the top of the box that, he scores 1 out of every 10, but I mean, he takes it. So there you go. Up top, we will probably see a Rashford, Weghorst, and Sancho. I would
not start Garnacho.
A lot of people would disagree with me, but I would like to see a Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho. A lot of people are saying Garnacho's not ready for a game like this.
I think he'll make an impact sub more than a starter.
I think he really would make an impact. I think he would make a more positive impact than Weghorst would. I think Weghorst is, again, probably who's going to play, but because of his physical presence, he's going to try to press high for us. He's going to try to, he's going to try to body people, force mistakes, get them off balance, that kind of thing. It's a very, as a striker, it's a very defensive option. We don't play balls in from the wing to Weghorst. We don't trust him, to score headers for us. We don't expect him to make runs in behind because he's not fast. He's not pacey. He's literally in there just to kind of break up the play and just be that dominant kind of figure. So that's that. I mean, that's why I'd like to see Garnacho. I rate him extremely, extremely highly. And I've been on here talking about how we need to take care of and nurture players, man. But there's that guy, man. I have very, very high expectations and hope for the future for him. And I was saying it in the Houston Red Army chat. I was like, just give him the number 7. Let's do it. Let's give him the 7. Let's let him be that wonder fucking kid. Like, I'm excited about him. I'm really, really excited about him. Just the way he plays. The way he plays is creative. It's open. It's on the front foot. It's high paced. And I mean, and his commitment is clear. He's a hardworking kid. So give him just room to open it up, and give him chances. There clearly has to be a conversation between him and Ten Hag. It's like, look, man, we want to give you chances in big games, but if you mess up, don't crumble.
Right.
Okay, those guys, and that's hard. It's hard at this level to have that kind of relationship. But I trust Ten Hag to do that. I trust Ten Hag to see young players through in the best possible way. So I don't know, man. I want to give him so many more opportunities. But that being said, it's probably Rashford on the left, Weghorst up top, and Sancho
on the right. Right.
However, you might bring in a Garnacho later to sub a Sancho off because we don't know.
I would do that. I would do that.
We don't know how long he can go right now. How many consecutive minutes? I don't see you bringing in a Palestri here. Maybe as a late sub, but only if you're up by 1. You know what I mean? Or up by 2. I don't really see him coming in to give those guys a rest or anything like that.
Right.
So, I would trust Garnacho in that role a little bit more.
Right. So on the flip side, you have people like Lewandowski. Dembele's out.
Is he?
Dembele's out. The other guy's out. Busquets is out. How big a threat is Lewandowski? Can United's defense counter? Can they stop this guy?
Man, if we had Martinez, I'd be like, yep, all day, no problem, easy. I rate Martinez over Lewandowski, especially after their current form. But look, difficult, and that's where you kind of depend on Casemiro to drop in, right? Drop in between those center backs, really cause problems. Varane would probably be, well, actually, I don't know. Luke Shaw might actually be the one that you say, hey, just stick to him because because Luke Shaw's not as fast, so you don't want him to play as high.
Right.
So if Lewandowski is trying to push high, you kind of want Shaw to drop in and just kind of pick him up. And the only reason I say that is because Varane's faster. Varane's taller. So there's the aerial threat there, but at the same time, Shaw's a scrappy, thick individual. You know what I mean? He wants to boss you off the ball and put his shoulder into you.
Right. So,
you know, I see that might be the instruction there, and that allows Varane to, you know, step up a little higher, pick the ball up off the midfielders if they need to rotate backwards, if they need to, you know, if we need to switch the point of attack, these kinds of things. So difficult, but I think it's doable. I think it's the task is not insurmountable.
Right.
Yeah.
As United go into the new camp on Thursday, it's an early kickoff, 11:45 Central Time AM in the morning. Do United go there, get a result, and bring it to Old Trafford? Because if they don't get a result there, it's just going to be an exhibition match at Old Trafford. What do you see?
Yeah, man, I think you have to. If you have Ten Hag has obviously made it very clear that he is interested in being successful, winning games, winning trophies, that kind of thing. I think that if you are going to be successful in this Europa League, I think you kind of have to go for it a little bit. You can't just drop in. You can't just
pop in and hang out.
Yeah, you can't park the bus against Barcelona for 90 minutes. It's not feasible, and I think Ten Hag understands that.
If you were the old Atletico Madrid, you can. Remember Atletico Madrid?
Yes, Simone.
Oh, they always had Barca's number.
Yeah, park the bus, take the wheels off, pull the transmission, and just don't move that bus for anything. Yeah, no, like we're not capable of doing that for 90 minutes. And most teams aren't, you know what I mean? So there definitely has to be pressure on Barcelona's goal. There has to be, you know what I mean? There has to be, you know, creative moves through balls over the top, getting in behind. You have to force them backwards at some point. Right. That doesn't mean though that, you know, we could make more defensive decisions like putting a Wan-Bissaka over a Delo, using a double pivot instead of a single pivot in the midfield. You know, I worry if you try to open it up and just go forward, a counterattack is very likely. You're probably
very much.
If you park the bus, then you're definitely going to concede. Finding a balance in this type of game is going to be very, very difficult, just because it's Barcelona. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're not the old Barcelona, but it's still Barcelona. What you could do, and Ten Hag won't do this, but this is what I might do, is I say, let's get out of here 4-3, 5-4. Let's do something crazy. Let's open it up. Let's go forward. Let's try to be deadly in the attack. And I don't know. I honestly, I think you could get away with it. I think there is a game coming for us with tons of goals. I think that we're starting to score goals from many, many places. We're not scored, last week. Rashford obviously is on fire. Sancho scored the Leeds game before that. Bruno recently had a goal, didn't he? Who was that against?
Yes, Bruno
scored. Casemiro scores. We're opening it up in the old Alex Ferguson style. Alex Ferguson believed in scoring goals from everywhere.
Distributed among the team players. So
yeah, so I see that. I see it as a possibility for us. If it's going to happen against Barcelona, I don't know.
Right. I like what you said, if it's going to happen against Barcelona. So a lot of United fans are saying this Barcelona is not the Barcelona of old, that United are going to go. Some guy I was talking to, I think he forgot to take his medication. He said we're going to win there 4-0 in the new camp. I thought, are you for real, mate? He said, yeah, 4-0. I said, the new camp? Probably 7 men, yes.
we're definitely more optimistic than we have been in a long, long time.
Yes.
Which is nice. It's nice to see the fan base is happy.
Yes.
There are still many of us who, we still remember the last 9 years, so our feet are firmly on the ground.
Yes.
We know we're doing well.
Not getting too carried away.
Yeah, we know we're doing well. It's a drastic turnaround from last season.
100%, mate.
We're still playing in four different competitions. We're still playing every 3 days, and now we're racking up injuries and suspensions.
That's right.
Some suspensions. There's absolutely no reason Sabitzer should be suspended. I think that is a dumb rule because it's yellow.
He got suspended for playing for Bayern Munich.
Was it yellow card accumulation from them, or was it a red card situation?
Yellow card accumulated.
That shouldn't carry over. Yellow cards, come on. Red card, something crazy. If you got violent, yeah, definitely. But yellow cards, what is that, man? Who's even keeping track of that thing? Whose job? What intern? I mean,
just like how Martinez was suspended in the missing yellow card.
Yeah,
yellow card he got.
Like, I mean, come on, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? That's a dumb rule. We need to get rid of that.
They've already gotten rid of the away goals. Remember, away goals don't count anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that, and I kind of like that rule. It's okay. I was definitely skeptical at first. I didn't know how it was gonna go, but it makes sense. It's
right.
working. Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you the hard question. Scoreline.
What I would like to see is
what you like to see and what you think is gonna happen to the scoreline.
What I would like to see is a high scoring 3-2 style game. I would like to see us get a result, and I would like to see us score a lot of goals. Optimistically, being very optimistic, we get a 1-0 result. Yeah, that's the best I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a result. I believe we can get a result at Barcelona, but it's most likely going to be a low score. So
you're thinking it could be a draw, but possibly. You can't see United losing. You're saying you can't see United losing at the Nou Camp.
I can see United losing every week, bro. Where have we been for the last 9 years? We could be playing Watford, and I'm like, 4-1. You never know. You know what I mean? I can always see a loss. Look, there's definitely ways that Barcelona can win here.
Yes.
It depends.
They would play some dirty tricks and fall down for tackles. Yeah, and try and get players booked.
Where I'm happy right now is we will not lose a game because of team tactics or team performances, these kinds of things. Right now we lose games down to individual performance. It's line, we're breaking down somewhere. And usually, and look, I'm not saying that every loss is down to one person. It's usually a couple of people. But it's because we're not hitting the passes that we need to hit.
Right, right. That makes sense.
We're not winning first time balls that we need to win. 9 times out of 10, Martinez is doing it. So if it happens for, some like it's those types of things. It's our wingers over dribbling. Trying to get instead of making passes. It's individual decisions that are costing us right now. And look, it's progress. As a team,
it is progress.
As a team, we're gelling well. We're very unified. The game plan is always understood going into the game. What the team wants to accomplish is always understood going into the game. Mistakes happen, and we don't have the best players in the world in certain positions. We have very good. We have Martinez, we have Varane, we have Bruno, we have Rashford. We have those types of players, but we have players that struggle. The McTominays, the Freds, the
Wan-Bissakas.
These types of players, they can cost dearly at this level. Mistakes will be punished by a team.
Exactly my point.
So I mean you like, and I always say you got to clean up the technical side. You always have to.
Right. Right. I mean, like I said, after speaking to that guy who said United are going to be 4-0, I would love 4-0, but am I being realistic? Not
Oh, man,
really.
4-0. If it's 4-0, man, I'm dancing in the streets. I'm good.
100%. But
Yeah,
let's be realistic.
yeah,
If we beat Barcelona 4-0, it means something must have gone terribly wrong. The player sent off, or it's not
yeah.
impossible, but I'm trying to be realistic. I'm seeing
Right.
a 2-2 draw, take it against Old Trafford, and close it out. But it
Yeah.
won't be an easy game. I know that for a fact. That is not going to be an easy game on Thursday. It will not be.
Our best chance of going through is getting a result away.
Yeah, yeah.
Our best chance. Look, we know at home
With
we're we're
76,000
we're doing
fans.
we're doing very well defensively at home. Old
Right.
Trafford has become a fortress again for us. We haven't conceded a lot of goals recently.
No.
Uh, Again, when Spanish teams come to Old Trafford, they tend to do better.
I know.
But
This
there
is
is
why I keep saying the Spanish league might not be the Premier League, but there are them teams who, as low as they are on the table, they always have this technical confidence on the ball. They take the time. They're not in a hurry to get rid of it. It's like every player, most players in La Liga, they're very confident with the ball.
they know that they have a very good style of play.
Yes.
They're very confident in their style of play. You know, Barcelona still has the remnants of the old Johan Cruyff and the
Yes.
methodology that he implemented
Right.
and perfected at Barcelona. Um, those things they make a difference.
They very much do, mate. They
Know,
honestly really do.
it's I mean, why so many teams in the Spanish league don't develop to those levels? I'm not sure. That's all. I'm sure we could do a whole podcast about that. But
Right.
um, you know, the ones that do it well have been doing it well for a long time, and they are
Yep.
successful in Europe. Obviously,
Yep.
Barcelona had a terrible run of it in the Champions League, and this is the
Mm.
only. And this is, the main reason why I'm a little bit more confident going in. They haven't been doing well in Europe recently.
Right.
Obviously, they have a history of it, but it's been a rough go for the last couple of years for Barcelona. Not even all the scandals and financial problems and these kinds of things, just the injuries that they've suffered with. And Dembele's he's like a Martial. He's rarely ever fit. You know what I
That's
mean?
true. That
They
is
they
true.
run into these problems. Um, Players unhappy, players wanting to leave,
But
all these kinds of stuff has affected Barcelona. And they're not out of that yet.
right.
Very much like us, they still have a lot of things that they need to improve on and they need to make better. So yeah, it's not the old Barcelona.
Okay.
Um,
Yes,
it
it's
is
not the old Barcelona. This is the
yeah,
new Barcelona who are
yeah.
leading La Liga, who haven't lost a lot of games, who
They
haven't
have
conceded a lot
success.
of goals.
They
So
have
they
success.
are on the rise. They are in the ascendance. They are doing well. They're being coached by Xavi, who used to be ex-Barca, who was in that prominent tiki-taka football. He's still. So I believe he's trying to implement that with the
Yeah.
right players. I'm actually eager to see how De Jong plays tomorrow. I want to see him and see how he copes with United are going to cope with him. I want to see him. I'll
Yeah,
be interested to see how De Jong plays at this
definitely.
level.
I'm not sure what his mentality is about Manchester United. I don't know if he feels like he's got to come and prove something, or is he more arrogant and thinks, oh man, Manchester United are nothing, and oh,
Right,
we
right.
have all these problems and we can go and we can dominate. I don't know. I don't know what his state of mind is. He's a very dangerous player. I mean, we wanted him for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's
So
not. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going with a 2-2 draw. That's my predicted score. 2-2.
It's fair.
Um,
I think it's fair.
but because away goals don't matter anymore, it's like, okay, we've got 2 away goals. It don't mean nothing. So I mean, that has changed. UEFA has changed the rule because they said a lot of teams went to go try and defend and get 1 goal, so that
Yeah.
1 goal counts as 2. But now it's all cancelled, which I get. But we can only but hope and believe United don't get beat on Thursday. If we get beat it depends on how bad we get. If we lose 2-1, we're still in it. 3-1,
That's difficult.
it'll be difficult, mate. You're looking to score three, you're going having to score 3 goals. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you just make life harder. You know what I mean? But
Right. Yeah.
we'll take this game as it comes. It's in 48 hours.
You can't go and dig yourself a hole. If you play well, if you give it everything you got, leave nothing on the field. Leave it all there, take nothing with you. If you do that with this United side, you know, you just set yourself up for success going home. Even if you lose. Even if you lose, you don't get smashed on if you give it everything. If
100%.
If you pay attention towards the instruction, if everybody's on the same page, you have to prepare. You
100%. I believe it so much.
And that's what's going to make the difference for us. It's extremely tough because of our run of games, but this is what separated the greatest Manchester United sides, because didn't matter how many games we still gave it everything.
Grinding through. So we have Barca Sunday, Leicester Sunday, Barca Thursday. Barca, Leicester, Barca. Yeah. Then Europe League Cup final following week. But yeah. Louis, it's been an absolute pleasure once again joining me on this midweek show. So the next one we'll be talking about the game itself, the post game. We will be smiling, or we'll be thinking, God damn it. Or we're gonna be saying like, yes, glory, glory, Man United. We will just have to wait and see. But that's Louis, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, please, people. Thank you. We had Louis today joining us on the midweek show. So, it takes you 5 seconds to subscribe to our channel, and we'll make sure you follow us on all the other social media platforms. Louis, I'll see you on the other side when we play Barca in 48 hours. Hopefully, we'll be smiling and not like, God damn.
Always a pleasure, Tim, man. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. You take care. Have a nice week.
Yeah, you too, brother.
It will be better if our week will be so much beautiful if they win. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna rub it in everyone's face at the office if we win, definitely.
Are they all Barca fans?
It's a healthy mix. They're just not United fans. There's like maybe I think there's 2 other United fans in the office.
Right.
There's Chelsea, there's Barca, there's everybody else but United.
Oh, jeez. All right. We win, you dance.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, man. You take it easy.
All right. Good night, man.
Good night, mate. Bye.